How's it going, guys? This guy looks important because of his wig. Jacques! Oh, boo-hoo-hoo! Parting with one so dear to your heart is even more painful than the tightest wig. When she was a child, I used to read to her until she fell asleep. She looked just like an angel. Oh, nothing hurt so much as a separation's knife. And a regular knife. Gee, I don't know about that. I guess I've never really given it much thought. Oh, fret not, I wasn't expecting one as young as yourself to fully understand a pain such as mine. Don't mind me. I could have made him French, because he's Jacques, but I didn't do it. But he seemed sad in a different way, didn't he? Best not to pry too deeply into the private affairs of others, Luke. It's not becoming of a gentleman. You're right, Professor. Okay, bye, then. How are you? Ugh. Oh my god. He looks like a fucking... I don't know, he looks like a Sesame Street character or something, or a Muppet. He's weird.
Hey fellows, pleasure to meet you. My name's Albert, and I am just nuts about our beautiful village. I heard you've been running around Dropstone asking questions, but you haven't talked to me yet. If you solve this puzzle, the king of Dropstone Trivia, yours truly, will answer a question for you.
Bring it on, Albert. See if I can face the king. Whoa, this looks like my kind of thing. Below is a wheel of male and female portraits. Select a portrait and, counting that portrait as one, move 6 portraits either clockwise or counterclockwise. Then cross out the last of these 6 portraits. Repeat this pattern, starting from the next available portrait and moving in the same direction. Wait, what do you mean, cross out the last of these? The last one that you land on? Okay. Because I was like, do it multiple times and then like cross out the one that's remaining, but no. Cross out the one that you land on. Okay. If you start at just the right portrait, you can remove all the women in the wheel, leaving only the 6 portraits of men behind, as it should be. Women really have no place, anywhere in the town, other than obviously the kitchen, so we really want to eliminate them from this whole system and just get them back where they belong, and that's really how it needs to be. So yeah, is this just going to be massive trial and error? I almost want to get a hint just to speed things along and not waste my time. I'm just going to start at the top. I can't even tell. Is that the one with the big sideburns? I assume that's a guy, right? But I honestly... I guess? And then the one with the orange hair on the bottom right, is that a guy? What is that? I don't know, I guess I gotta look at everything else. There's a purple hair that's clearly a girl. Red hair's a girl. There's Flora. There's that girl up top. The brown hair, that's 5 girls. So I guess the orange-haired one is a girl? I honestly don't even... I couldn't tell you for sure. That's a little unfair, but I'm gonna assume so. I am honestly not figuring this out. I feel like a dumb... So here, like, I went through all of them, and none of them... Oh, okay. I already went through all of them, though. Move counterclock. Oh, I thought it could be either way. I thought it worked either... Well, fuck you. I mean, it says it twice, remember, you can move clockwise or counterclockwise. I thought that meant you can do either. like that you can... They both work. Yes, I know technically it only says that I can do either. That is a thing I can do, but I thought that meant that either one was acceptable, that it would work either direction that you go. Because I was doing clockwise the entire time. And I'm like, oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Fuck you. I have to do it counterclockwise then. That's the only way that it works. Okay, well, now that I just went through them all again, clockwise, it's this guy. Didn't take as much time that time, because when I was doing clockwise, I was also going through them clockwise, starting at the top. But this time I started at the top and started going counterclockwise, so he was only the 3rd one that I got to, so didn't take long after figuring that out, or after being told to go counterclockwise.
Expertly solved. Oh, it gave me chills. It really did. Okay, ask away. If you've got any questions about the village or its history, I'm your man. Would you happen to know anything about a supposedly cursed antique called the Elysian Box? It's hard to believe, but you've gone beyond my area of expertise. I've never heard of the thing. What I can tell you is that people in this town jump at the very mention of curses. From what I gather, it seems they have some connection to the village in the days of its founding.
Vampires. Do it. I've been waiting. Throughout every game I've LP'd on this channel for there to be vampires or aliens or some such. We got robots in the first game, and that was the closest thing that we've had. But I want more. I want the truly supernatural. I want it. Do you have those cow balloons? That's pretty good.
Well, look at those gigantic cow balloons.
It looks like the villagers are setting up for the livestock competition.
Livestock competition? That sounds like fun.
Yes, I'd certainly like to see the competition myself, but it doesn't appear quite ready to start yet.
While we're waiting, can we go see more of the village?
Certainly, we can return later when the competition commences.
Yay!
Okay. Must I leave, or is there anything else I can do here? Can I get any coins? Can I do any puzzles? Can I talk to anybody? Should I just leave, or... I gotta click around and see what's up. Okay, I know, Luke. That's not what we're talking about right now. Luke? Boy? How dare you not know my intentions? I just want coins. Fine, I'll leave. We'll come back later. Have it your way. Oh, it's over this way. Whoa, that orange thing really stood out to me. I was like, what is it? But then I just actually looked and it's just a sign. But it did give me a hint coin. This lady's face is terrifying. My god. This cat sculpture certainly is expressive.
Yep, he's a cute one. If you like cats, Professor, have I got a puzzle for you?
Yeah, I've never really paid attention, like, if the puzzles that Layton gives are generally harder than the ones Luke gives. I wonder if they do that. I've never really paid attention to that. We've done this puzzle. Why do they keep repeating? It was just slightly different. One of the 3 color pictures is the same as that. Yeah, it's the same picture it's the same puzzle as before. It's flipped, and the color, yeah, it's exactly the same puzzle. Harder this time, because of the specific image. The way I did it the first time, I didn't really talk about it, just because it was so simple. But I think it's best to look at the 3 colored ones and spot the differences between them, so you can see what stands out. Like, C, the upper cat's whisker is way off to the side, and that's not correct, so C is out. What else do we got? What other differences do we have? B has a really long eyelash on both of them, and so does the colored one. I mean the main one. So it's B.
Consider this puzzle solved. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Thank you. In the puzzles where I just have to look, that's no problem. No problem whatsoever. I have eyes. I keep dropping the thing! I just can't hold on to the dang stylus. I normally never use it. Just kind of have to in this game. So much relies on the touchscreen. I just have my 3DS sitting on the desk. Just poking everything with this. And I keep dropping it. Ugh. Dorothea.
Greetings, I don't think I've seen you around these parts before. May I ask your name?
Of course, I'm Herschel Layton, Professor of Archaeology at Gressenheller University.
Charmed, sir. Welcome to Dropstone, Professor Layton. My name is Dorothea, and I'm a maid at the service of the Anderson family. Tell me, what brings you to our humble village?
My companions and I are after an artifact known as the Elysian Box. Have you heard of it before?
Can't say that I have.
But the Master is quite knowledgeable about curiosities such as that. The Master, madam?
Oh yes, excuse my thoughtlessness. I keep forgetting you're new here. I'd venture there's not a single resident of our village who doesn't know Mr. Anderson.
I see. Well, if it's at all possible, we'd very much like to meet Mr. Anderson.
Normally I'd say he'd be glad to receive you, but lately he's been preoccupied with his daughter.
Could he be the guy with the wig, and his daughter was who he was talking about? We only heard his first name, which was Jacques. See, she's planning a trip alone, and maybe he doesn't want her to go.
Secretly planning a trip alone? Is that your way of saying she...
What? Why would you think that? Oh. Why would you think that? And what's worse is that the Master is starting to catch on that something's going on.
But after much talk, we servants have decided to cheerfully see the Master's young daughter off.
So you're in support of allowing this girl to go off on her own? Well, how old is she? It really depends.
Because the purpose of the trip is to fulfill the last request of the young lady's late grandmother.
I see. May I inquire as to what that last request was? Weren't you saying we shouldn't pry into people's business? Oh well.
I myself has only heard scraps of the story from other people, so I can't say much.
But whatever the request, it's one that the young mistress seems to feel is extremely important. I bet it's related to our box. Please excuse me, you don't even have a puzzle for me? God, what a useless individual. And yet, for some reason, the servants are cheering her on. Very. Think about the consequences should Mr. Anderson find out what's been going on. The servants must have a truly solid reason if they've resolved to keep a secret like this. What could it possibly be? I'm getting the feeling Dropstone isn't as ordinary as it looks. You're not the only one, Luke. But enough speculation. Let's go explore more of the village. Shut up! Okay, let's go get some shit. Anything else before I click on the man? Anything at all? Okay, what's up, dude? Parcel? Your mailman? I never forget a face, and I don't know any of yours. You must be from the Momentary Express. Since you're new to town, let me clue you in on a few key facts about Dropstone. I know you're interested, so don't act all bashful and reserved on my account. Listen, if you know one name in Dropstone, make sure it's Mr. Anderson's. Not only is a fellow swimming in money, he pretty much runs Dropstone, but he's a swell guy who treats everyone with respect, even the mailman. That'd be me, by the way. I always say you can tell a heck of a lot about people by the way they treat their local mail carrier. A lot of people say that about waiters. About how they treat their waiter. But, okay, mailman. But even nice guys like him have troubles. I hear he spends all his time fretting about his daughter. So are we repeating the first game where there's like a rich man in the town and he's got a daughter and that's all the, shit with Flora and what's his face? He was dead, though. That reminds me, I just saw a pair of unusual characters head up toward Mr. Anderson's house. The two said they were police from London, but something about them seemed downright fishy. 2 people, huh? Are you referring to Inspector Chelmy and his assistant? Chelmy, you say? That sounds right. He said he had official police business. Said he needed to see Mr. Anderson. What possible connection could there be between Mr. Anderson and the Elysian box? Well, it seems that Mr. Anderson serves as the head of this community. It's only natural that he'd know about who and what passes through this area. He's a big fish, all right. You're right on the money about that. Heck, even the owner of the Momentary Express stops in to pay him a visit when he's in town. Yeah, I bet those 2 officers are being waited on like kings at Mr. Anderson's as we speak. But enough chit-chat. We've got a festival going on now, so go have some fun. I'd love to. Okay, I guess we're moving on. Let's head that way. I just clicked the wall. Really? I get a puzzle from that? The weather is so nice that even the animals grazing in the field seem to be in a good mood. Seems like the perfect time for a short puzzle, as long as it's a short one. Let's do it. Moving day. You have 4 horses, all of which travel at different speeds. In traveling from point A to point B, these horses take 1, 2, 4, and 6 hours respectively. I feel like I remember a puzzle like this, that I've heard something similar. One day you decide to move all your horses from point A to point B. However, you can only move a maximum of 2 horses at a time, and you need to ride a horse back to point A each time you return to move your other horses. It's similar to like the wolf, sheep, cabbage thing, and even if I've heard this one, I definitely don't remember any kind of answers, so I'll have to figure it out. Knowing you can only move as fast as the slowest horse you're traveling with, what's the fewest number of hours it will take to complete your move? Okay. The first thing I was thinking of is, of course, just taking the 1 out every time, and then taking it back every time, but if I do that, take out the 1 and the 2, then the 1 and the 4, then the 1 and the 6, I'm sure there's a simpler method than that. So if I take out the 1 and the 2, and I go back on the 1, that's 3 hours. And then I could take out the 4 and the 6. That gets the 2 big ones out of the way at the same time. The 4 is a fatty and the 6 is dead, almost. And so that would be 6 hours there, of course, which would be a total of 9. And I don't have to take either one of them back. The 2 is still there. I can take the 2 back. That's 11. And then I bring the 1 and the 2, and that's another 2, and that's 13. So I guess that's probably... I think that's good.
Here goes.
Yay.
That was almost too easy.
Lots of picarats. Gotta love it. The animals out on the farm sure look like they're enjoying the sun. Of course, Luke, animals enjoy being surrounded by nature as much as you and I do. Huh. I gotta have, like, most of those camera parts by now already. I've got a lot, for sure. Anything else? What's up, man? Romy? Romie? I'm a world traveler, but I'm stuck here till I score a ticket on the Momentary Express. I was hoping for a freebie, so I told Beluga one of my puzzles to break the ice. Tell it to me. If he couldn't solve it, I mean, I know I can. Let's hear it. Baggage claim. Oh, God, fucking shit off! Shit off! Damn it! Fucking... Man. I hate when they fucking name it something clever. Just call it Slidey Block Dick number 2. Just call it Slidey Block and then the number. Don't call it like, oh, baggage claim. I wonder what that puzzle's gonna be about. And then it's just fucking this. Don't trick me. Fucking pieces of ass. Makes me very upset. Makes me very sad. Makes me want to cry. I do not like it at all. Very not much liking going on with this. Not much like at all in the slightest. No like. No very like. Get that out of there. Fuck that. Get it out. I hate pretty much everything about just the world. Okay, I might be able to... Okay. Overall, pretty simple. I'm still not happy about it, though. Fuck you. Go die. I was gonna end the video there, but I hate to end it on... Satan. Hell itself. That's what those puzzles are. Could be a rumor. Or not. Damn baggage claim, my ass. Let's at least go a little further.
Wowie, look at the size of that mansion. I bet you could get lost in there.
It is impressive, to say the least. I'm sure that massive manor belongs to Mr. Anderson.
So that's where Inspector Chelmy and his assistant went, right? I'd like to see this place myself. Can we go take a look?
No, for now I think our best course of action is to gather what information we can in the village. Besides, I imagine the Andersons have their hands full with the 2 guests they currently have. Okay, we'll stop it right there. Alright, Layton does not want to go to the manor just yet. He wants to go around the village some more. So before I leave this area, though, gotta get that coin. And what's up with you? That should do it. This is like the most normal-looking guy in the entire series so far. He just looks pretty normal. He just looks like some fat dude. And he's even his name, Gabe. And he's just, yeah, I'm Gabe, what's up? Instantly suspicious. Why do I feel like I said... I feel like I had a weird lisp when I said suspicious. Suspicious. Felt weird when I said it. Fishing net, okay. You've cast a large net out in a pond to catch some fish. Every part of the net is in the water, except for the 2 ends, which you are holding in your hands. As shown below. The pond's surface is small, but it's actually wider underwater, so parts of your sunken net aren't visible from the surface. Assuming that there are no tears in the net and that its rim is constructed of a single length of rope that ends on the shore, how many of the fish visible in the pond will you snare when you pull the net back up? Dude, what? I don't fucking know. Some? I count 7. It was actually way easier than I thought, if I'm right. Just looking at where the net is, you can just see 7.
Let's see if this works.
Okay. It was actually extremely simple. I was worried it was going to be something more complicated. It was not! Yeah, you just have to look at it. Again, another puzzle where all I have to do is look. So, I can do those no problem.